lots of jobs to be done. Can you help the Fat Controller decide where each engine should go? Harvey has his crane arm. Edward and Henry have trucks full of bricks and timber. And Thomas has his passenger carriages, Annie and Clarabel. These tracks are blocked by fallen trees. Which engine do you think can help? Edward and Henry? No. Trucks full of bricks and timber won't move fallen trees. What about Thomas? No. Passenger carriages won't move fallen trees either. What about Harvey? Yes, Harvey's crane arm will be perfect for moving fallen trees. Thank you, Harvey. But look at the airport terminal. These buildings will need to be repaired with bricks and timber. Which engine could help? Thomas? No, there are no bricks and timber in Annie and Clarabel. Do you think Edward and Henry can help? Yes, that's right. Edward and Henry have lots of bricks and timber. Thank you, Edward and Henry. These workmen need to get to the Sodor suspension bridge. Which engine do you think can help them? What about Thomas? Yes! The workmen can climb aboard Annie and Clarabel, then Thomas can take them to the suspension bridge. Thank you, Thomas. And thank you, everyone. Thomas arrived at the bridge with all the workmen, but Diesel was already there. I'm not talking to you, Oil Diesel. You played a trick on me. You gave me bananas. I'm not talking to you either, huffed Thomas. Harvey cleared the tracks, but Arry and Bert didn't talk to him. Stinky Steamies made us late, Arry grumbled. Edward and Henry brought bricks to the airport building site. And they didn't talk to Diesel either. The Diesels ruined our sheds, Edward pouted. The Diesels weren't talking to the steam engines. And the steam engines weren't talking to the Diesels. They were all cross. Later, Thomas came across Diesel 10 again. Diesel 10 was helping to clear the blocked tracks. His giant claw lifted the heavy metal into the trucks. That claw must be very strong, Thomas chuffed nervously. Thomas puffed quickly away. He didn't want to be near Diesel 10 or his crushing, crunching claw. That night at Knapford Sheds, Thomas started talking again. He told Emily all about Diesel 10 and all about his day's work. Be quiet and go to sleep, wished Emily. She just wanted peace and quiet. But when Thomas fell asleep, he started to sleep whistle. It kept Emily awake. Emily really wished Thomas could go back to Tidmouth Sheds. The next morning, the Fat Controller came to see Thomas. Thomas, the new section for the suspension bridge has arrived, the Fat Controller said. You must take it from Brendam Docks to the bridge. Yes, sir, puffed Thomas. It is very heavy and you might need some help, the Fat Controller added. A diesel engine wouldn't need help, Oil Diesel. Not like a steam engine. I'm a steam engine and I can do it by myself, Thomas huffed crossly. Thomas arrived at the docks, he was worried. The bridge section was very long, and it was very, very heavy. Thomas pushed and puffed and chuffed. At last, his heavy load started to move. Thomas puffed slowly up the line. His pistons pumped and his axles ached. His load was very long and very heavy. When Thomas came to a junction, he stopped for a well-earned rest. Then Arry and Bert pulled up. Thomas was very tired. "Look at a little Steamy with his heavy load," laughed Arry. "He'll need a diesel to help him," laughed Bert. Thomas was cross. "No, I don't," puffed Thomas. "I can do it all myself." Thomas is taking the bridge section to the Sodor suspension bridge. There are 3 ways to get there, but Thomas doesn't know which is the easiest way to go. Can you help him? This way looks quite short, but there is a steep hill in the middle. Do you think Thomas should go this way with his heavy load? It will be very difficult to push that heavy load up a steep hill. Is there an easier way for Thomas to go? This way is quite short too, but there is a very sharp bend in the track. Do you think Thomas should go this way with his very long load? You're right. The bridge section is too long to go around that bend. Is there an easier way for Thomas to go? The last way is longer than the other 2, but there are no hills and no sharp bends. Do you think Thomas should go this way? That's right. This is the way that Thomas should go. Well done, Thomas.